For the past 6.5 years, Paula and Gavin have traveled the U.S. to investigate the mysterious, the unknown, and the paranormal. They were always outsiders, only able to experience events through their own eyes. On their next journey, they joined forces with 6 investigative paranormal teams across the country to explore their local legends side by side. Join us as we learn the stories, meet the teams, and gather the evidence to determine if these tales are truth or legend.
All right, I got that paperwork you wanted for First Ward, Wisconsin, Rapids, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. I was reading it on the way over here that they have a ghost named Oscar.
Oscar resided in the attic of the school. Local legend states Oscar was a special needs child which was hung in the attic by bullies.
Ooh, what a way to go.
However, people have seen a ghost of a little boy running up the attic stairs, and at one time the owner and another man witnessed a ball of light moving across the attic and go into a pail sitting in the floor. The pail was illuminated and then went out. When the owner looked inside the pail, he could see it was a Halloween prop, and it was a noose.
Oh, jeez.
So, and there's a ghostly caretaker from the past has been heard curiously loud. The entity has shoved at least 2 different women into the walls down by the room in the basement where coal was once stored.
Well, I got this video here via email. Let's check it out. It's actually the First Ward building. Let's see. We actually see what it looks like. There's the bell tower.
Yeah.
That's a picture right there. That is really beautiful in there.
Oh, wow. I wonder what it is now. I mean, is it a museum or is it...
I have no idea.
Ooh, look, the old pictures in a picture frame.
I see that, but look at this. It kind of looks like the building is painted in watercolor. Look how it kind of changed with the light.
Oh, there's a mermaid. I just realized that was a mermaid.
Oh, wow, look at that chair.
Oh, wow. Very, very natural carvings. Beautiful.
I see that.
Egyptian?
Oh, wow. That is an Egyptian cat.
Oh, look, the cowboy hats on the chairs.
Oh, look at that. That must be the infamous Red Room I've heard about. And that's where the bell tower was.
Yes.
Which is now, I mean, it shows right here in the picture it was in the front. But I don't see it in the front. This is the front.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's in the backyard. Okay, well, hey, this sounds really exciting. What do you say we go ahead and packet the gear and the puppy and head on over to First Ward School in Wisconsin, Rapids, Wisconsin.
In the late 1800s, Wisconsin Rapids was getting overcrowded in the schools, so the school board decided that they were going to build a new school. So the property that the school sits on now was bought for $600, and it cost just over $10,000 to build. An interesting thing about the school is that the bricks that were used to build the school were all done on site, and the inside of the school is painted with watercolor.
Craig nearing Fox Valley Ghost Hunters First Ward School, take 1.
One of my experiences at First Ward, we were sleeping on the 2nd floor in what we call the Red Room, and while I was laying in bed, I heard a little girl say hello, and it came from out in the hallway, and there was nobody out there when we looked. And the second experience was me and the owner of the school were upstairs in the attic, and we were doing an EVP session. And while we were upstairs in the attic, he started getting like this feeling of somebody tickling him, like on his skin and stuff. So he's like, my God, I feel like I'm being tickled.
In 1901, the school was renamed the Irving School after Washington Irving, the author, and this was voted on by the students and the teachers. When it first opened, it was open to kindergarten through 6th grade, and they even had some high school grammar classes here.
I started to hear the laughter and giggling of children. And that's when it kind of dawned on me. It's like the school closed in 1977.
Melissa Clevenger, Fox Valley Ghost Hunters, First Ward School, take 1.
I did have one in the basement of the boiler room. We were actually all in the room, and I had an investigator kneeling beside me, and I was holding a malmeter out to the side. And as we were just asking questions, I had something grab my hand really tight, and it even like pinched my finger in the clip, and it was just a really like warm hand. So that was one experience. I also had, at nighttime when we went to bed, we stayed the night here, and I decided to have a voice recorder going through the night, so I had it by my head, and at about like 5 in the morning, the voice recorder flew over my head and landed on the floor. I reached over to grab it, and a male's voice kind of beside the bed said really loud, it said, "Hi."
Okay, so do you have any visual evidence for us?
At First Ward, no, not this time.
Okay, so you basically have just EVPs for us.
EVPs and ghost box sessions, yeah.
Okay, well let's go through and listen to them. There's one that said doo-doo.
Yep.
Okay, check it out.
Sounds
like a gunshot.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Sounds like a little girl singing do or trying to sing.
Yeah, it does. Next one we have. Now, where did you get the do at?
That was in the coal chamber.
In the cold
Yep.
chamber?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. And the next one is doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter.
And where was that taken?
They were all taken from down the coal
In the
room, I
exact
think.
same
Yep.
place.
Mhm. Yep.
Wow.
Thank you for talking. Thank you for talking. Thank you for talking.
Wow.
Oh.
All right. We got one. Get lost. It says ghost box. Are you using the SB7?
No, I'm using the Frank's box, the original Frank's box from
That's good.
where you would, that was the one that you broke off the wire to scan
Right,
it continuously. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's give it a listen. You're doing the second.
I'm doing
get
the
lost.
second get lost,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. Gotcha. And we got go back.
Is that down in the cold room too?
Yep.
So all of these EVPs were done in the same room.
Yes.
What
Yep.
was the duration of time?
Probably about an hour.
Yeah, about an hour.
So we
All
usually
these
book-
within an hour?
Yep. Mhm.
Okay. And we have one called Steve.
Yep.
All right. Check it out.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
And that's a Frank's box also.
Frank's box also. And we got Steve probably about 30 times that night coming through. We just saved that one.
So what's the validity of Steve? Is there somebody
We don't know.
here?
Yeah, we've never actually encountered him before. We think he came from one of our prior investigations, possibly.
Really? So
Yeah.
you have a name, is he following you named Steve?
Somebody, yeah, following one of us, yeah.
And he likes his name.
And he likes his name a lot, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Very dominant person. He wants to be
Very
known.
much so. All right.
So here's where it stands. Location. Here's your decision. Is it a legend or is it a truth?
So were there any other things that occurred when did not get captured on camera, like personal experiences? Because we all know how things always happen when you're not prepared.
I do know that when, in fact, we were down in the cold chamber and I was standing outside filming with my video camera, and something had grabbed my sweatshirt I was wearing at the time and pulled on it twice really hard. And I said
Like a
something.
child?
Yeah, like a child.
Hey.
And something, and I told everybody in there, I said something just pulled my sweatshirt. So, yeah.
And when Selena and I were sitting, on a, it was like a double camping chair, you know, for two people. And we were sitting right next to that brick wall, and her and I each felt some sort of an energy like right between us. It was just
like a mass or something like that?
Not necessarily a mass, but just
well, I mean
like,
a massive energy.
Right, a massive energy.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was kind of
Was it
interesting.
static?
It was electrifying, if you want to put it that way. It, like going up and down, I think it was my right side, her left side. So it was quite interesting for...
What was the height?
You guys are
From
sitting.
about the feet to the shoulder. So it was almost, as if maybe somebody had sat down between us.
Wow. That's impressive. Amazing when that happens.
Pick your stamp and give us an answer.
Red is legend, black is truth.
I would say we had a lot of experiences just for being one night, between like my hand being grabbed and, you know, the ghost box sessions we had in a short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus with all the different things through the years that we've been here, and also hearing Betty at one point in the past, and Betty is rumored to have been here, I would say that it would probably be truth.
I would say truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Close your case and pick your stamp.
The history started really back in the 1700s. We think that's what started all of the paranormal that's involved in it now. The 1700s, the Chippewa Indians and the Cherokee tribes all lived in that area, which they lived all over Marion County. But in that particular part, the Confederate soldiers, the Union soldiers, when the Civil War was going on, and they had the Chippewa Indians had let the Union soldiers let them store their artillery, their whatever they had. They let them store it on their property, and where they stored it was right behind on the hill of Old South Pittsburg Hospital. The Chippewas were docile people. They were pretty much like farmers. They had crops, fruit trees, stuff like that. And the Confederate soldiers had got wind of what they were doing, and they went in and massacred them, the Chippewa, the Cherokee, and the Union soldiers. And from the way I understand and the feelings that I've got and the stuff I have gathered from the hospital spirits themselves, that's what really started the paranormal. And I call it the blood on the land.
Greg, TJ Justice, Old South Pittsburg Hospital, take one.
I have heard audible people talking when there's nobody there, conversations, people saying hi to me before, because I'm kind of a regular down here, so they kind of know who I am when I come in the building. And I've also seen nurses' legs just from the knee to the ankle walking down the hallways. And actually here at the nurses' stations where I've seen the nurses' legs walk down general admission. I've had, like I said, the shadows, you know, peeking their head out the door like, oh, you again. It looked like a shadow child on the 3rd floor, but it also had 2 other children standing behind it in the doorways behind him.
Bryler Davis, Old South Pittsburg Hospital, take 1.
I've had quite a few experiences here as far as being able to see things. I've seen the creeper guy on the 3rd floor. I've seen shadow play down the halls. And one night we had an investigation going on, and I seen somebody standing in the stairwell, and there was nobody near it. It was crazy because I was on the outside looking in, and it just clear as day. The most I would believe I got from would be on the 3rd floor down by the ORs and everything. I've seen all kinds of things. We have pictures of what I've seen, and that to me is just more confirmation because that's where I get the most from. I did get a little here at the nurses' station, but not as much.
Okay, here we are at Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and you guys are with R&R Paranormal.
Yes.
And you investigated here.
Yes.
When did you investigate here?
It was back in, I think, May or June.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of evidence?
I did.
Audio, video,
Yes.
pictures?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at that. First one we've got is an audio file stating "I want drugs," and where was that recorded at?
Down by the pharmacy.
The pharmacy.
That seems appropriate.
Let's give a listen to it. It's saying "I want drugs."
Oh yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. And let's see, we have a picture that we were looking at earlier. Of course, from a distance. Yeah. What are we actually looking at there?
The face of either a man or an Indian, one or the other, like the nose, the eyes, the mouth, some kind of hat, and then there's also a face back here in the background as well. And that was actually taken in complete darkness, and we put the filter where it changes the black and the white, and it showed up.
And this was taken in what location?
Coming in the ER doors, we had went to get some food, and we come back, and we felt like we were being watched, so we just turned around and took like burst pictures.
Gotcha.
And you said this area was where the car used to be.
It used to be, yeah. And all this was blacked out at the time. All of it was night when we were taking the pictures.
Thing is, from here, I'm actually looking at it, and I see cheeks right there, the nose, the mouth, eyes, a headband. It looks like a headdress. That looks like an Indian chief. What do you think?
Well, it's definitely an Indian.
I mean, looking at it a little bit further away, it actually comes into play, but if you're like looking right up on it, you can't really see anything. But yeah, that does look like an Indian. That's an excellent capture. Let's see, we have another audio file. Oh, I've lost my way. And where was that taken at?
Actually, right behind us.
All right.
The O is up here, and the lost my way is back here.
So there's actually spaces in it.
Yes.
Yeah, right there where that little skinny strip is, that's where it is.
Okay. Let's amplify it up a little bit.
Okay.
Heard the O. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a man's voice.
There's just a long pause before it says I lost my way.
Yeah.
And it's right behind us, down that hallway.
Down, I think he may have come from geriatrics and couldn't get back to the geriatrics area.
And the next one They smell like lavender. And where was that recorded at?
I was down more towards geriatrics.
So basically down that
Yeah.
direction also?
Yeah, behind us. Yeah.
Is it this whole thing or this part right here?
It may be just that part.
All right, let's turn it up. Let's amplify it so we can hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very faint.
Yeah.
You can definitely hear the lavender part at the end.
Kind of go further back. Yeah, I hear that.
Did anybody have a fragrance on or
The
something?
It's really funny that you mention that, is because he's allergic to Tide, so I buy Gang Flings, and so therefore I wanted the scent they had called Moonlight Breeze. Well, I didn't think nothing of it, so I washed our clothes and we came down and everything and went down the hallway, and they're like, it smells like they smell like lavender.
Well, lavender always makes entities feel calm.
Yeah.
And tell me what we're looking at.
This is down the hallway from the elevators, looking down towards the operating rooms. And as you can see there in the corner closest to the blackboard, it appears to be a child. But honestly, that is not a child. It has a child with it. As you can see, he's right there, and then there's like a small child in his arms. It looks like
We thought
has a hold of
first it may have been like a stuffed animal or something, but if you look really, really close, zoom it in, it looks like another entity or something that it's just like holding.
You got a full-fledged shadow figure then.
Yeah.
That's been captured.
Yeah, and then what?
And that was taken where?
On the third floor, OR, where the chalk, like right behind the chalkboard.
Yeah. Whenever you walk through the doors and you walk up a little bit and you got those doors right there, right down that way. Except for actually it's, the OR's is back behind the person, and then you're looking down towards the elevators.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It's just right above us is where that was taken.
We just felt like something kept following us. And
Now, did you actually see that
I
there,
didn't.
or just after the fact?
I didn't. I just turned around and just took a
started
bunch of
taking
pictures.
That's what
Yep.
she does.
But I do see him, and that's not the common spot that I normally see him. I see him on the other side of the hall.
Okay.
And he's in the same position every time. Like
Crouched
that.
over, holding
Crouched
the kid.
over, trying to.
I've not seen the child yet, though.
I think
that he's holding.
I think he's crouched over trying to
Why
get the
is he
jump on
crouched?
somebody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because usually when you go up there, if you see green eyes, you're good. But if you see red eyes, you better go.
Yeah.
And that's
just go.
Yeah,
Don't
Have you seen something with red eyes?
I've seen the red eyes before, and I was like, nope, I'm gone.
I've not seen it. I've been growled at a couple times. I'm like, nope, bye. If I can't see him, I'm not going up there.
Because I was actually standing in one of the stairwells taking the pictures down that way, and that's usually one that I won't come up either because I don't want to come up there and be surprised by him standing right there
Right in front of
already.
you.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a little robber. You can see the two eyes with the mask, you know.
And then if you really blow it up, there's stuff standing back here too.
I think there's a little girl right there.
There's a little
You can see
girl
her
right
shoe.
there. And then there's a boy back there.
And if you make it lighter right in here,
Yeah.
There's a face in
there's
the
a
window
totem pole in there too.
Well, I saw the little girl. That's interesting.
I didn't see the little girl until he pointed it out.
Yeah, you can see
one
her.
day.
You can see her shoe, and she's wearing a dress.
Well, I was more focused on him.
Renee blew it up more for me, and you can see all three of them.
But there's a totem pole on the wall.
Yeah. There's a totem pole over top of his head.
Yeah, and there
Yeah.
you can see there's the wings of the
it's
eagle at the
getting
top.
back into the Indian reference
It
of
is.
the
Yep.
grounds before the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. See, there's a girl right there. You can see her plain as day. Well, she's got a hat on too.
The
Yeah,
boy's
she's
right
got a little-
here.
Is that? It looks like she's got a bag in her hand.
Yeah, a suitcase.
Yeah.
But there's her shoe, her dress, the bottom of the dress. Yeah. I don't really see the
No wonder
boy,
we felt
though.
like we was being followed. He's more faint. I think you have to do like filters and stuff.
Look
with
at that right there.
Yep, that's him.
But that's it.
Yeah.
He crouches down real small, but whenever he stands up, he is tall.
Looks like it's holding a teddy bear.
Yeah, that's what we thought too, but it.
I'm trying to move.
That's upstairs.
Yeah, that's what we thought too, but it.
I'm trying to move.
That's upstairs.
Well, where's the totem pole at?
If you go up.
Up here?
Yeah.
See where it's lighter up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Can
you pull it down?
Yeah.
See, look at all that stuff.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's him
Hey,
up there.
there's somebody poking out right here.
Yep.
He's wearing a hat. Look at that.
Yep. Oh, I see the head now. Okay.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The boy is in here, where Renee would.
I'm not really seeing the boy though.
Oh, I seen. He's little.
He's little.
Little.
He's right here.
There.
Yeah.
There's his head. I see his legs.
All I see is like a white shirt in there.
Yeah, that's what I see. But I don't know if I'm actually starting to see these because I'm looking.
Whenever I seen the totem pole in it, I told them, I go, I think we're matrixing this.
I wouldn't be shocked on the elevator because every time we go here, something always happens with the elevator. The
Excuse
little
me,
girl
stomach?
is 100% justifiable right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
There's
I
no doubt.
see. She looks like she's got a pair of little shoes on with little,
Yeah.
those little anklet socks.
Yes, that had the little
Definitely today.
like
Yeah.
lit
Like-
frill
And
or
you can see the
lace.
dude right there poking
Yeah.
out, right there. Is
Yeah.
that but that's a door, is it not?
Yeah, there's a door there.
and there's a little room there too.
But that's
that
a
the
door
nurses-
handle right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that the
that's
nurses used to
that's
stay
like
in.
an observation room type
So
thing.
he's actually poking his head through the door.
Right there, the door opening, not where
This
that
one?
is,
Yeah.
but if you come like towards the door, that is actually like a recovery room.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the little boy is at.
Yes,
Yeah.
the little boy is in the recovery room.
What's
because
back here?
That's the elevators.
That is
Okay.
just
on
the
that
random
side.
closet
Yeah.
door.
And that's a closet door in the main back.
I'd say this is the best piece of evidence that you guys got because there's so much stuff going on there.
Yeah.
And especially us on the third floor.
Yeah. That was a growl. That was.
I mean, that was not.
That was a roar.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. They're up there
they're
messing with
talking
him.
about him.
Up there on the third floor.
All right, well, with the evidence that we've seen here, this is your opportunity to deliberate and to tell us.
I don't think there's any deliberation.
I know. I don't believe there is. No, I believe this one
Place
is.
100% haunted.
Yes.
100% haunted. So.
There's.
All right, well, go ahead and close the case. And